Alright, so I'm a pussy. It's official. Alright, we're back at J&D Performance once again on the dyno. You know it's always a good day on the dyno as long as we don't break shit, and we're not going to break shit today, right?
We don't do that here.
Well, this is Josh Highschmidt. He owns J&D Performance. You guys have seen him in the background some videos, but I have never introduced him before, so here he is. And this is Tyler, the owner of this badass turbo Trans Am. You want to tell him a little bit about your car?
Yeah, it's a rod and piston 6-liter. It's got a Kendall going transmission, used converter, spec by Kendall. Second gear leave, first and second gear leave. 9-inch. It's on Holly.
Terminator. Yeah. On E85.
Pump E85.
Yeah. We got two 525 Warbros, and we think that's going to be our limiting factor. You know, since it's got rod and pistons, you know, it's got good parts, it should handle quite a bit, but we're thinking the pumps are going to peter out close to before 1200 maybe.
If we do what you want to do and turn down the bass, I'd love to get there. I'd love to see 1200.
Josh hates turning down bass pressure. And me and my other buddy Tyler, we always turn down bass pressure and make them go farther, and it drives Josh nuts.
I'm outnumbered.
It's hilarious, but we'll do what we want.
Custom J&D turbo kit, BS turbo.
Yeah, it's
so it dialed in help. So
yeah, I helped a little bit. I did wire the Holly in it. It's got a new VS Racing 92mm turbo in it. It's not on the market yet. We're going to do some testing here and see what it makes. If it's promising, hopefully it'll be on the market soon for everybody. That'd be awesome. What else is there?
What cam was in it again? Little John Stage 2.
Little John Stage 2. It's got a, is that an LS1 or
LS6?
LS6
junk
intake.
Junk intake.
Junk intake. But we'll make some power and have some fun. The customer, Tyler, he wants to make 1200 wheel. We'll get as close as we can, you know, until we run out of fuel. But that'll be a good time.
Let's do it.
Alright, that was the first pull. We made what, 512?
512.
Okay, 512. 5 pounds of boost. I took it to 7,600.
And we don't need to take it that high next time.
I won't. I'll just see what it was going to do.
Unless you get a better intake. Yeah. How much
fuel flow, 7,300 is probably all it wants to do. Fuel flow started dropping off after 7,300.
And you can see it on the graph.
Yeah, right, exactly. But fuel flow normally indicates horsepower. It follows the same curve as horsepower. And so when it starts to drop off, you're losing horsepower. So I won't run it as high this time, but I wanted to see where it dropped off. But that's good numbers. 500 horsepower and 5 pounds. That's perfect. That's right what my car made.
What kind of advance did you have in it?
I was, let's see. That was 12.5 AFR and 24 degrees. So pretty.
There you go. There's your.
That's pretty normal.
There's my what?
What you'll be without.
Oh, yeah.
On gate, you'll be a 500 horsepower street car. But oil pressure was 76. I mean, it followed. I mean, it started to pull out at 50, and it ended. It peaked at 7, or it peaked at 80. Anyways, good oil pressure. Fuel pressure followed boost. Did exactly what it was supposed to do. Inlet air temps are in the 60s. How cold is it outside?
It's a 40.
Yeah, so
38, 40, I think.
20 above ambient.
Yeah.
Dude, everything looks great. I think it's time to turn it up a little bit.
Send her to the moon.
Send her to the moon.
What are we gonna start out with the dome? Let's add 10 pounds of dome pressure.
Yeah. Since we're so low to begin with, I'm not scared at all.
So basically 15 pounds of boost.
It's
In a
Ish.
perfect world.
yeah, in a perfect world.
Mathematically.
Can be a little less than that, probably.
Okay. On the hit, it wanted to add some, but on the pull, it's just pulling a little bit. There's like 5, 6, and up top it's pulling 10, 12.
Bo was dead on.
I wouldn't say dead on, but close enough.
Bo was dead on. What we want.
Alright. Time for another pull. On 10 pounds is really what it made. What did it make, 650?
656.
Made 656 on 10 pounds. And everything's looking great. It's pulling just a little bit of fuel just like we like. Fuel pressure's good, oil pressure's good. I mean, man, it's just...
It lights quick.
It lights quick, man. I mean, this... You guys can go back and watch one of my old videos where we did the 92 110 turbo. And watch that compared to this. And it is a night and day difference.
You said 10 pounds, right?
10 pounds. The 92 110, which is the design before this one, was kind of an experimental deal. You know, we all had high hopes. And
Not a bad turbo.
It's not a bad turbo. It you know, for the money, it would make 1200. Awesome, but it's a little laggy, you know, whatever. Anyways, this is a completely different design. This is nothing like the 92 110 like we tested. This is a completely different design, and man, it's showing. It lights quick, making good power so far, and we're just gonna keep cranking it up. Data log looks good.
Blue is 5 pounds, and then red is 10 pounds. Little bit of a boost spike.
Yeah, we're being completely transparent with you guys. This right here was 12.3 pounds, and then it went to 10. That's still really good power, I think. 656 on 12 pounds. We added 10 more pounds of dome, start at 20 pounds of dome. I think because we're hitting it so low to see how the turbo reacts, we're hitting it 2500. So it hits the converter, and you guys seen it. We showed you, made a couple extra pounds and leveled out. We just want to see how fast the turbo would come online, because that's really the big thing with the old 92 is that it's a little laggy, and this new one's freaking rock star so far.
Byron, you the man.
Oh yeah, Byron's the man. But yeah, so we're at 20 pounds of dome on this next pull, and we're hoping for, what do you say, 16, 18?
Yeah, I'd like to see 16.
So we're gonna do this pull, one more, and we're just gonna keep adding it, and then after that we're probably gonna give her the beans to make a number. But so far so good.
Tyler's happy, we're all happy.
Exactly, right? Alright, so I'm a pussy. It's official. Literally, as soon as the turbo kicked in, I could have swore the thing was coming off the rollers.
It didn't. It wasn't.
It definitely was not after I watched the video.
We checked the tape. Yeah,
But
we checked the tape.
it's got no anti-roll bar in it, and I felt the whole chassis just kind of do its thing.
It will.
So now we're okay, but as soon as it went to 20 pounds and made what, 815?
8. Hold on.
8 something.
I mean, that freaking turbo.
819.
819. That freaking turbo.
Lights quick.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm happy. But yeah, we're gonna hit it again. I'm gonna stay in it this time, not be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy, Bo.
Once again, yours truly is a fucking idiot.
No, he's not. He's just tired.
But anyways, I had to adjust the PID loop for the dome on the boost control, whereas this car's got CO2. And half the cars we do, Josh, he never has to adjust it. It's just whatever the Holly is, and he has good luck with it. But it seems like half the cars I do, I have to sit there and mess with the PID loop to get it to do what I want. So I just messed with it a little bit, got it to where it's not spiking, because we thought it was boost spiking from the converter. Totally wrong. I looked at the dome pressure in the log, and it followed the boost spike. So that's what it was. It had too much dome and then leveled off. So, skinnies, everybody.
There's your little plug.
But so I fixed that. We turned it up some more, and we're gonna make a rip. But that last pass made, what did it make? On back where the spike was.
The spike was 838.
The spike was 838. That was on 20 pounds, and it fell off to 16-ish. It made what?
760.
760. So, you know, we're getting there, but we haven't really been pushing it. We're still soft on spark and everything, so we're gonna keep turning up boost and try to make a number in the next run or two. This run should make pretty good power. We went from 20 pounds of dome to 30, but hopefully this time we won't have a spike. It'll be a nice curve like it's supposed to be. So never in my life have I seen a freaking belt back off into a power steering pump and literally eat a hole.
In this area.
It ate a hole through it. It's just one of those days, man. Even though I got the PID settings to where on the strip chart testing it, the dome's perfect. It follows everything I want. It's still spiking a little bit when actually running it, but when testing it, it's perfectly fine. So, not quite sure what that's about. Never had one do that to me. So, we just slowed the ramp down just a little bit. Hopefully it'll do what we want this next time.
It's busting the tires off bad too, right off the head.
Yeah, I mean that turbo comes in so hard.
And wore out radials.
Yeah, wore out tires too. We put skinnies on it to help them as much as we can, but. Well, dyno days don't always go to plan. We had a bunch of issues. We were busting ass all week to make it to this point. And we're dead in the water for today. The plastic power steering pump pulley broke and kept throwing the belt. So it's what, 11 o'clock or something?
10, 15,
10 o'clock. So everything's closed around here. And so we were going to try to find a belt where we can bypass it, just do crank, water pump, and alternator. But the belt we have is just a little bit too short. Can't get a belt. Sometimes dyno days suck. We started out saying it's gonna be a fucking awesome day because we're on dyno, and it's always fun on
we
dyno.
don't break anything.
As long as we don't break
As long as we don't break anything, that was the stipulation, and we had issues. But
Did you show them the
it's fucking
pulley?
part of it. I'll show you guys the pulley. This is literally the dumbest shit. Why would you do one out of plastic? Look at that. So, yeah, no belt's gonna stay on that. Oh, it's 1 week later from earlier in the video. We got the Trans Am back on the dyno, and we just made our first lick on the last tune-up. 30 pounds of dome. It made 23 pounds. It made 930 what?
931.
931, and still don't have a bunch of timing in it yet. We're gonna keep turning up the boost, and once we get happy with the boost number, then we'll start pulling the plug and checking timing, and we'll start getting a little more aggressive with the timing if it wants it.
Throw in, we do have a little gate leak in it too. That's why it's so much down.
Yeah, we think, actually we know, the diaphragms are leaking on the gates. We made a lick earlier on gate on accident, but I'm glad we did. with no CO2, and it read 2 pounds of dome with no CO2. So that means that boost is leaking past the diaphragm, and that's why we keep getting a boost spike. This dome is actually going up as soon as boost comes in, and then the PID is, you know, trying to take over and level out. Well, anyways, I made a 2D advanced table to pull a few pounds of dome until it gets up there to make the boost curve a little bit smoother until we figure out the wastegate issue. But it's a lot better now, and pretty decent power for, it's only 16 degrees and 23 pounds. This is a rod and piston 6 liter, we've already said that, but so it can handle a lot more, and we're just going to keep turning it up and see how it goes. Alright, well, that was a successful pull. I adjusted my advance table a little bit to make it the boost curve flat. It is a hell of a lot better. On 25 pounds of boost and 15 degrees, I said?
Yeah.
And 11.5 AFR, you know, still safe and soft. It made 993. So that's promising. We're gonna up boost a little bit more this time, see what it'll make. And then I think after this pull, we're gonna pull a plug and look at it. All right, so that last pull, everything looked fine. Still only 60% duty cycle, so I think, you know, we're fine on fuel system for now. Made 1,060 on 30 pounds, still soft on the tune-up. But we're pulling a plug right now. Well, Josh is pulling a plug right now.
Trying to.
We're gonna look at the heat mark, see where it's at, and we're gonna up the boost some more and possibly put some more timing in it, you know.
We think we found the limitations of the intake in the cam.
It's got an LS6 intake, which, you know, is good for what it is, and it's got a VTR stage 2 turbo cam in it, so, which is a great cam, but at this level it probably needs something a little bit more aggressive, and it needs a pro flow or a high ram intake, something that'll flow a little bit better. So that's definitely where we're bottlenecking, but we're going to keep turning it up. You know, it's still going to be a sweet car, a lot of fun.
Still gonna send it.
I'm still going to send it. Thing spools great. I mean,
Hello.
Hello, Bo.
Oh, I'm demonetized.
Holy shit, that happened.
Oh, it's got a new power steering pump on it too.
Let me show you the
And rack and pinion.
And rack and pinion. I don't think we set that, but the rack and pinion was leaking
Here
before.
was the issue
The
last
brand new
week.
Woohoo!
Not supposed to do that.
Yeah, not supposed to be broken in half.
You like?
I mean, we're at the bend. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Right intake, right cam. More boost.
More boost it is.
well, I think we're done for the night. We made it 1,070, and he's going to do some more upgrades and intake and stuff. We don't really know how much power the LS6 can handle, but we think that we're right there. Yeah, so, I don't know. As far as up to that point, the car is running great. Everything seems to be working great. And hopefully we can get it back on the dyno soon and give you guys some more videos, updated videos. His real goal is he really wants to make 1,200 with this thing. So I think a couple upgrades, some changes, and
Add another fuel pump.
add another fuel pump, because I think we're on the limit of the fuel pumps. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and everything.